So moving forward here, we're talking about individuals day. I can't stand the words everyday drills. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it because I think it's a cop out. I think most coaches say, oh, hey, just do our EDDs, throw our EDDs up there. Well, I don't think that's right. I think and one thing that I learned from all that growth and all that learning that I did, and I've continued to do since, has taught me that bored players don't improve. Bored players don't learn. Bored people don't learn. Bored people don't improve. So you have to find a way to be able to repeat your techniques, repeat your drills, but also tweak them, make them a little bit different, and have different ways to organize them, which we'll get to. But something that I did was individual time starts in the meeting room, guys. It's not something you just do when you get on the field, and I'll explain more of this as we go through the slide. But I also wanted to pick this topic because it's something that you guys can use right now, and I'm tired of listening to clinics where you can't use what they're giving you. But also because any time is not, it's important, it's essential to your success and your players' success. So the one thing that I adopted after that 2016 nightmare was no wasted time. So when my players hit the meeting room, the first thing they did, they had two options. They either had their metrics, all right, or they had their strip drills. Now, when I say, like, they would come into the room and I would either be writing things up or I'd be setting up my computer because I was a special teams coordinator or what have you. But I didn't want guys milling around and just sitting or watching me draw something on the board. But they would either have a stack of papers on a desk right in front of my little control panel where I control the computer, or they would have a bag of footballs. And if they had the stack of papers, they would do what we call the metrics. And then if they had the bag of footballs, they would do our strip drills. So the metrics, and I'm about to show you that in the next slide. But I think it's really important because it helps you tweak your individuals once you get out on the field and how you coach and teach your players. And I would try to alternate these. If I had 5 days out of the week, 3 of them would be metrics because I think that's more important. And the other 2 would be strip drills. So the strip drills, this is all for second man in, all right? Because I got this posed to me by Coach Hammer at Oklahoma State, and he does an excellent job. But he was like, how often do you really practice stripping as a second man in? Because when it's 4-minute drill and the defense has to get the ball back, or any time in the game the defense has to get the ball back, you hear these coaches. And they're always saying, we got to strip the ball. We got to get the ball back. We got to get the ball back. But like, when you really look at practice, how much do you actually do that? How much do you actually strip as a second man in? Yeah, you might poke at the ball, but actually getting the ball out and poking at it are 2 very different things. But also, we blow the whistle so fast, which I don't disagree with, that everybody's really just tagging on, and maybe a punch is thrown at the ball here or there. So when you really think about it, you're really not ever practicing stripping as the second man in. So what they would do is they would grab a football, they'd have a partner, and they would work 2 different techniques. One we call the pin and rip, and the other they call the pull and punch, so that we were actually repping these things. And I'll show you guys some examples too here in a slide or 2.